The Boerboel is a large, mastiff-type dog from South Africa with a black mask and a short coat. This dog breed is large with a strong bone structure and well-developed muscles. Its head appears blocky with a short length between the stop and nose. It carries itself with a confident and powerful movement, is fearless and shows courage when threatened. Boerboel is an athletic fighter with whom it is not scary to walk along the most disadvantaged areas and dark alleys. Capable of repelling any surprise attack in seconds, this fawn brutal is always alert and ready to defend his own master 365 days a year. It's not easy to get along with the Boerboel. This is a dog personality that respects the owner not for beautiful eyes, but for real dignity. But if you still have won his favor and trust, you can be sure this is for life. Highlights. The breed remains unrecognized by several canine associations, including the FCI. The desire to dominate and play the role of the alpha male in the Boerboel is expressed quite clearly, so the dog needs an experienced owner who will not allow himself to be manipulated. The South African Boerboel is reliable as a rock when it comes to the safety of the owner's property. If it comes to protecting human life, then the animal does not show selectivity and with the same zeal, protects both its owner and his family members. With timely socialization, dogs are able to extinguish their own emotions, but it is very easy to provoke them to aggression. In some countries, there have already been recorded cases of Boerboel attacks on a person, some of them with a lethal outcome. Boerboels perfectly read the mood and feelings of the owner by the expression on his face. Show your own dislike for someone you know, or ordinary passers-by, and the pet will hate that person. A properly raised Boerboel is very patient with children and easily forgives the little ones, even not the most pleasant leprosy for him. The dog calmly treats cats and other pets with which it is forced to share the living space, but will not tolerate another barking creature on its territory. South African Boerboels mature slowly, remaining puppies in thought and habits until the age of 2. In training, representatives of this breed demonstrate slight slowness and thoughtfulness. Do not expect from the Boerboel the quick wit of the Border Collie and the lightning-fast reaction of the German Shepherd. Boerboels show excellent results in weight pulling, moving goods. An adult dog is able to move cargo platforms with a total weight of up to 450 kilograms. It is almost impossible to escape from representatives of this breed. Boerboels develop maximum speed already at the start, thereby leaving the enemy no chance of salvation. History of the South African Boerboel breed. Boerboels settled in Africa in the 17th century, but it is quite possible to trace their history. It is believed that the ancestors of these severe dogs were European Molossians who emigrated to the southern part of the African continent along with settlers from Scandinavia. As time went on, animals interbred with aboriginal breeds, as well as other dogs arriving on the mainland, which became a prerequisite for the birth of the Boerboel clan. At the beginning of the 19th century, the blood of English bulldogs and mastiffs was mixed into the breed's phenotype. The animals were brought with them by the British, who rushed to Cape Town to defend it from Napoleon's encroachments. The Afrikaner farmers also made a modest contribution to the development of the working qualities of the Boerboels, who selected only the most assertive and aggressive individuals to protect their own farms. This made the Boerboels first-class watchmen and bodyguards, capable of single-handedly fighting a whole group of burglars and other lovers of easy money. The 20th century brought with it widespread urbanization, and with it the oblivion of the breed. Peasant farms collapsed, their owners moved with their belongings to tight suburbs, so the need for large dogs' bodyguards disappeared. Left to themselves, the animals slowly degenerated, so that by the 70s, there would not have been a pair of purebred Boerboels in the vicinity of Cape Town. In the mid-80s, a group of enthusiastic farmers took up the restoration of the animal population, for which they had to equip an expedition and comb the entire territory of today's South Africa. During the impromptu tour, 250 Boerboels were collected, most of which turned out to be unfit for breeding by mestizos. However, the breeders stubbornly did not give up, and in the end about 70 animals were able to obtain registration and permission for mating. In 1990, the Boerboel Breeders Association was opened in Africa, and in 2004, WWB, the first international organization dealing with breeding and popularization of the breed, began its work in America. Pretty soon dogs began to be interested in other countries, but the desire of the inhabitants to see tough, impulsive guards in their pets played a cruel joke with the Boerboels. Hoping to make animal breeding more profitable, breeders began to cultivate in their ward such character traits as wickedness and aggression that are in demand among buyers. As a result, whole lines of dogs with an unbalanced psyche were born. Denmark was the first to react to this, completely banning the breed from breeding. Boerboel. Description of the breed. Boerboel dogs have a striking appearance, powerful body. The constitution of the animal is athletic, massive. Their muscles are well developed. According to the standard, the height of an adult male should be 68 centimeters, bitches, about 63. However, in real life, dogs often do not fit the standard. The difference is sometimes as much as 15 centimeters. Great weight. The average weight of such breeds is 77 kilograms. Bitches weigh about 50 kilograms, and the weight of a dog can reach 90 kilograms. A long tail. Usually it is stopped, leaving a stump. However, in some countries this is prohibited. The natural tail in dogs is rather long, tapering towards the end. In dogs of this breed, it may differ slightly from each other. Large head. The head and muzzle of the Boerboel emphasize the power of the dog. The head is rather large and has a square shape. The muzzle is muscular, short, and has many wrinkles. By standard, the dog should have a scissor bite. Boerboel jaws are incredibly powerful. The ears are V-shaped. They are of medium size, often cropped. The tips of the ears are hanging, have a pointed shape, smooth body skin. The body of the dog is muscular, beautiful. The skin is very elastic, smooth, thick and short coat. Boerboels are the owners of the most beautiful woolen cover. The coat is smooth, shiny, thick. It can have various shades, but the standard today defines 3 colors: brindle, fawn and bright red. There is often a black mask on the face, but its absence is allowed. Popular colors of Boerboels. Boerboels have a formidable appearance, which should be a real guard. The dog's coat is short and thick. Guard hair, it is elastic, soft and tight to the skin. In the sun, the dog's coat shimmers very beautifully. The coat of Boerboels does not require much maintenance, retains its attractive appearance throughout the year, even during molting. Boerboel wool is water resistant. The dog has a nose, temples, claws, groin area, paw pads, lips edges have a characteristic black pigmentation. This is also stated in the breed standard. The black mask is a bright spot on the face. However, not every Boerboel representative has it. Nature has not awarded this breed with a huge number of coat colors. There are not so many of them, but they are quite effective and original. Boerboels adopted the palette of wool color from their Mastiff ancestors. They have 3 main colors: red, tiger, pale yellow. Most often you can see red dogs. This color is the most popular, very effectively combined with a black mask on the face. In second place in popularity is brindle color. It consists of vertical black lines on a pale yellow or red back surround. The lines are asymmetrical, and small white spots may be present on the legs and chest. However, animals with such spots are not recommended for breeding. This is due to the characteristics of the breed. The fawn color is more common than brindle, is also popular, and goes well with a black mask on the face. The nature and habits of Boerboels. Boerboels are one of the most unpredictable dogs. From some parents you can get puppies with completely different characters. This was mainly influenced by the commercial nature of the breeding. The temperament of the breed has gone through significant transformations. One puppy from a litter may turn out to be a real angel, the other, an uncontrollable and aggressive dog. If a dog is needed for a family, then you should carefully choose a breeder. The breeder should adhere to the classic breeding direction, not the fighting one. With the right choice of a puppy, you will be able to get an absolutely controllable pet with excellent guard qualities. Boerboels love their family, are friendly towards each of its members. Such dogs are very wary of strangers, they can show aggression. Overreacting to guests is not the norm. In this case, the dog needs to be educated, trained, socialized. Dogs of this breed are very attached to their owners. Any careless gesture towards the owner can cause the Boerboel to attack. Despite such love, a dog in adolescence will show its stubborn nature and try to dominate a person. In this case, the owner needs to be firm and persistent. Any weakness will be considered a defeat by the dog. The dog must respect the owner. Interesting fact, a feature of Boerboels is their friendly attitude towards children. These huge dogs establish friendly relations with children, can play with them for a long time, and be reliable protection for them. However, any joint pastime of a child with such a large dog should be under the control of the parents. Interesting facts about Boerboels. The Boerboel is a very interesting and controversial breed. Previously, when breeding Boerboels, breeders sought to develop tough qualities of guards in them. They made dogs aggressive, vicious, because these characteristics should be inherent in the defender. However, over time, this desire played a cruel joke with the breeders. Increasingly, puppies were born with an unbalanced psyche, which led to the emergence of bans on the breeding of these dogs. Boerboels are banned in Denmark. African Boerboels are bad for dogs. It is not worth getting this dog when there is already another doggy. This will lead to their constant conflicts, fights for leadership and attention of the owner. When walking on the street, the dog must be kept on a strong leash. We must not forget that this is a powerful dog, and sometimes it can weigh more than its owner. But Boerboels can get along well with other animals, even with cats. Often these dogs become best friends with domestic cats. Boerboels need to be trained, educated and socialized from puppyhood. This is the only way to make the dog a true protector, reliable friend and friendly pet. With proper socialization, these dogs can even tolerate the pranks of children, their rudeness. If the dog is aggressive, strives to attack a person, growls or barks at a child, then it is not the animal that is to blame, but the person. This behavior of the dog is associated with the inability or unwillingness of the owner to deal with it, train. Pros and cons of Boerboels. You can endlessly talk about the benefits of Boerboels. These are very loyal dogs, devoted to their owner. They can test a person for strength, but with the right approach, they quickly recognize his authority and become manageable, obedient. The learning ability of the dog is at its